Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Broken Sword 2, and when last we left off, Nico had a near-death experience trying to get the stone from the boat in London. She had to stab Kazak in the leg with the obsidian dagger after witnessing Kazak kill Ubier. Turns out Ubier was being manipulated and didn't know what was truly going on, and that Kazak was the one that had killed Ubier's wife, likely to get him addicted to drugs so that they could manipulate him. Meanwhile, George is having a far more peculiar experience because here he is on a movie set, watching a film be filmed. A pirate film! How apt, considering we're searching for pirate treasure. We just watched a masterpiece scene be filmed before us, and suffice to say, I'm not sure this movie is going to be making massive amounts of money. There are still more people that we can talk to, however. We're going to talk to you first, because we didn't talk to you before the scene was filmed, and now we have an opportunity to do so. Hello!
Hey there, I'm George Stobart.
Well, hi, handsome. You're cute. I wish it was you playing the lead male instead of that kid.
I can't act, ma'am.
So what? I bet you can kiss.
I couldn't believe I was having this conversation with a real movie star.
There are lots of things we can talk about here, starting with the lead.
What's it like sharing the spotlight with an actor who's young enough to be your son?
What do you mean?
What part are you playing?
Pirate Babs, the ruthless and passionate lady buccaneer. It's a great part. I get to kiss a lot, and I kick ass. Like the boots?
Well, they're not bad. Not quite sure that's what would have been worn back in the days of pirates, but how would I know? I wasn't there. There are now 3 things that we can talk about, starting with the item that she inevitably won't know very much about, because nobody here will know about the stones that we're trying to collect to save the world.
Take a look at this ancient Mayan artifact.
That's just a hunk of stone with a picture scratched on it.
In a way, I guess. You don't happen to have seen anything similar, have you?
No.
It was worth asking.
I found this reed in the swamp on the other side of the island.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and I used it to shoot a poisoned dart at a wild boar. It was a real-life drama, not just a scene from a movie.
Right.
She was having trouble with the whole real-life is not a movie concept.
There's one more thing that we can show here. This is probably not going to go very well.
What do you think of these?
Ew, they're awful.
You have no idea how much you've just gone up in my estimation.
And there's nothing more that we can talk about. Time to talk to the stunt double.
Hi, George Stobart.
Hello, mate.
You're English, right?
Blimey, you don't miss much, do you? Bert Savage.
Nice to meet you, Bert. Let's have a conversation.
How long have you been in the movie business?
Flipping years, mate. Absolutely flipping years. I was in the army before that. Thought to myself, you've been risking your bleeding neck every day, why not cash in on it like?
So you became a stuntman, just like that?
Nah, of course not. I had to do the training first.
Anything else we can talk about concerning you? Your illustrious rise through the career of films and Hollywood?
What training does a stuntman do?
First they told me to stand in the road. Then they rammed me down. Straight up. Drove at me with a car. I couldn't believe it. I was up on the bonnet and over the other side before I realised he wasn't stopping. Then they threw me downstairs a bit and gives me a certificate.
That doesn't sound like a lot of training. I question how legitimate the training you got was.
I don't want to worry you, but there's a hornet's nest over in that bush.
Hornets. That reminds me of a film I was in. The Black Hornet.
Oh?
The Black Hornet? I don't remember seeing that one.
Before your time, most likely.
What happens in it?
Lummy, what don't happen in it? I was shot, stabbed, fed to piranhas, dangled from an airship, and trampled by a zebra.
No, I mean, what was the plot?
Plot?
There was no plot, I imagine. We can talk about Ubier and his wife, curiously enough. Let's talk about that, shall we?
Did you ever meet Bertrand Ubier?
Meet him? No. I saw him a few times, though. He didn't like his wife being in films.
Ah, that's why we can talk about them, because of the fact that Ubier's wife was a film star.
Do you think Ubier murdered his wife?
I wouldn't be surprised if he did. Mind you, there were plenty of people who could have done her in.
I thought the public loved her.
Yeah, but people who knew her saw the other side.
Oh?
Did you ever work with Carol Climax?
The dirty dachshund? I'll say. Flipping princess, mate.
I heard she was very beautiful.
Mind you, she acted like one too. Ordering this, demanding that.
And we can ask about the stone.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
What's that, mate? Stone axe?
No, it's just a piece of polished stone.
Very nice indeed. Shine it up a bit, you get a few bob for that.
I think we'd rather save the world with it. Let's go and talk to the director in a moment, after we ponder that George doesn't know the fact that Ubier is dead, and that Ubier didn't kill his wife. It's a nice bit of continuity here, that we don't magically know that something's happened. There are some games where something happens to somebody else, and then we magically know what happens. Let's have a conversation with you, shall we? You're probably not going to want to talk that much.
Mr. Hawks, I was wondering if...
Not now. I got a movie to make. Time for the stunt, Savage. It's a short run, bounce on the plank, and somersault over the spikes and stockade wall.
Do what?
Plank, spikes, wall, over. Easy, a child could do it.
At my age? You must be joking.
I could replace you, Savage.
Yeah, with an arthritic baboon.
Replace me? Lummy, this could be the last stunt I ever perform. I need to think about this. Get myself in the right frame of mind.
A suicidal one would fit the bill for that stunt.
Fine, you do that. In the meantime, we'll break for lunch.
Oh, great. I'm famished.
Stay right there and meditate, Savage.
Tight-ass little git.
I get the feeling he just wanted to eat some of the food. We could talk to the cameraman. I'm sure he'll be helpful.
Hi, I'm George Stobart.
My name's Harris. Most people call me Flash.
You're the cameraman, right?
That's right.
Why'd they call you Flash? You used to be a stills photographer?
Nope.
I decided not to pursue the subject.
We can talk about my lead actor, though.
What do you think of Haiku McEwen?
What's the thing? The kid will have earned more by the time his balls drop than I'll earn in a lifetime. Good luck to him.
Nothing else we can talk about. We can talk to the lead again. Let's briefly have a conversation, shall we?
Hey, Haiku.
Yeah, man.
There was nothing else I wanted to ask him.
Fair enough. We should clearly then grab something from this table.
There was a pot of delicious-looking maple syrup on the table.
Well, clearly we want that, don't we? Let's take it. And nobody complains that we took it.
It was a pot of maple syrup.
Anything else that we can grab?
It was a plate of buns.
Clearly we'll grab one of these too.
The bun was so stale it felt like a small rock.
Ah, well that's not good.
It was a stale bun which could easily have passed for a rock.
Can we put this on that?
I don't think so.
Fair enough, we can't do that. Anything else that we can... Ah, there is something else we can grab.
It was a pile of pancakes, much depleted by Bert.
We can grab this, and then we can use this on the maple syrup.
It was a plain pancake.
Let's do so. Savage may need to meditate on his upcoming stunt, but that doesn't mean to say that we can't provide him with some food. Let's have a conversation with him first, just in case there's anything else that we can come up with. There are things that we can come up with.
Would you like a bun?
No way. The last one I tried cracked my dentures.
What about the syrup?
Would you like this pot of syrup?
No thanks, mate. I don't like the stuff.
Would you like a pancake, though?
Would you like a pancake, Bert?
Don't mind if I do.
The pancake oozed maple syrup all over Bert's chins.
You put bloody syrup on that pancake. Now it's messed me all up.
Sorry about that. I do have an idea, though. There are hornets in here. and the hornets will most certainly be attracted to all of the maple syrup that's on Bert's chin. What if we were to agitate them somewhat with this bun that is so hard it might as well be a rock? This is going to go horribly wrong. Not for George, likely for Bert.
Those hornets were not pleased.
The lead is just watching us do this, and I doubt he really cares. Then again, I doubt he's actually really looking at what we're doing. Just grab another one of these, and then we're going to use this on that, because clearly if they're not pleased now, they're going to be furious after we do this again.
Get that camera rolling. This could be good. Cut and printed. That was brilliant, folks. Okay, the next scene is down on the beach. This is where Hawkins finds the treasure in the Cave of the Crabs.
Would those be giant killer crabs by any chance?
Giant mutant killer crabs with attitude.
There it was, the rock I'd seen from the camel's hump. Now that I was close up, I could make out a small cave near the top of the pillar.
Hey, you! Trouble!
Oh, me?
I want you to stay right where I can keep an eye on you.
I'm not one of your lackeys, Hawks. I go where I like.
Not here, you don't. The movie company has rented this island for the duration. You're trespassing. Do as you're told or you're gone.
Oh, well that's not good at all.
The little tent was like a canvas outhouse.
Imagine we won't be allowed in there.
Hey, surfer boy, stay out of there.
Oh, what is it this time?
That's the wardrobe tent. You've got no business to be going in there.
Looked like I wasn't going to get to play dress-up.
That's a shame. We could have a conversation with him, but I doubt that's going to go very far. The cameraman doesn't look too happy, though.
It was Carlton Hawks, the megalomaniac director.
Let's have a look at the cameraman.
It was the cameraman. He didn't look happy.
And the camera?
The truck carrying the camera had sunk into the wet sand.
Ah, that explains it. And we can have a look at the, stuntman and the lead. Let's look at the lead first.
It was Haiku McEwen, marketing's answer to talent.
And then you.
Poor old Bert looked in a bad way. Wasn't a surprise, considering what I'd put him through at the stockade.
Hopefully he doesn't know that we're responsible for it. Let's start talking to everyone. We also need to have a look at that.
Hey, Haiku.
Yeah, man.
There was nothing else I wanted to ask him.
That was a very long pause. Let's talk to you.
Hi, Bert.
Don't you eye me. Fine friend you turned out to be.
What's the problem?
Huh.
We managed to get you over the stockade. Admittedly, it wasn't a very good way that we did it, but hey, you did manage it.
Look, Bert, what's wrong?
You got a bloody nerve. If I didn't know better, I'd have thought you gave me that pancake just so them hornets would go for me.
Oh, Bert, you've wounded me. How can you think that?
Well, by looking at the evidence.
We certainly didn't do that. We totally did that.
I don't know why you still want to be a stuntman anyway.
Which is all I know, isn't it? If I don't do this, what do I do?
Well, how about being a stunt coordinator?
Being a what?
You stand around in a big jacket and a baseball cap, telling the stunt people what to do.
I can do that.
Hey, you've done the job for years and you're not dead. That's gotta be good for morale.
Well, I don't know.
You get your own megaphone.
I'll do it.
George Stobart, international adventurer and roaming careers advisor.
Hopefully he does well.
I've had a great idea. How about you dress up as Jim Hawkins and climb up to that cave over there?
What cave? That cave? You must think I'm balmy. I did me back in being chased by them hornets over that flaming stockade wall. No way am I going up there.
Well, that narrowed the field.
So he's not going to do it. Maybe we'll do it.
What's it like to work with Carlton Hawk?
Flipping misery, mate.
What about the film?
What films have you worked on in the past?
Remember Death Stalker of the 10th grade? The psychotic biker what crashed into the school bus? That was me. Or what about They Prayed to Satan? I was the bloke in the hospital scene. You know, the one who caught fire, fell through the flipping skylight.
I don't think I caught those.
We can keep asking about films.
Must be cool getting to travel the world like this.
Yeah, nice here, innit? My Beryl used to love the seaside. Day out at Clacton. Bloody smashing. A pint of jelly deals washed down with a bottle of brown. Quick feel on a big wheel and a stroll around the town. Course, them days, you could live like a flipping king on 10 bob a night. Tombola, frothy coffee at the cap or the prom.
You know, I don't have the faintest idea what you're talking about.
And there's nothing else that we can talk about here. There is a camera here, though.
It was a portable movie camera.
We may want that, and I doubt we can just grab it. But we'll try.
Flash?
Yep.
We can't film at the Needle Rock because the camera's bogged down, right?
You got it, champ.
So why can't we use the portable camera instead?
You know, that's a pretty smart idea.
We probably want to try and go up there, but we can't actually go up there because you won't let us go up there. We really need to go up there, though.
There it was. The column of rock I'd seen from the Camel's Hump.
It was a lot taller than I'd expected.
I don't know what you expected, George. I expected it to be really tall. And if we try to go there, we won't be allowed.
Hey, get out of shot.
Fair enough. We can, of course, talk to the cameraman and the film director here. Let's talk to the cameraman first. He doesn't look happy.
There was nothing else I wanted to ask the cameraman.
Fair enough. In that case, we're going to just talk to the director. As soon as you've finished your animation, there are a lot of things that we can talk about here. Like zombies.
You know what the locals call this place, don't you?
No, but I guess you're gonna tell me.
Zombie Island.
Zombies?
A crazed gleam came into his eye.
Get me the writers. Get me makeup. I want zombie pirates in this movie by the end of today.
What have we done?
What's the name of the movie?
Are you trying to be funny?
No.
It's Treasure Island, the only book I ever read twice.
Treasure Island? Are you sure all the things that you're putting in this were actually in Treasure Island?
I don't recall any girls in Treasure Island.
Gotta think box office. People like that kind of thing.
Anything else we can talk about with this movie? I bet there is.
What other changes have you made to the story?
Just a few minor details.
You haven't written out Long John Silver.
Are you questioning my integrity as an artist? Of course Silver's still in it. We've even hung on to Captain Flint.
His parrot.
His trained attack falcon. Why do you think Blind Pew's blind?
I think you've changed a lot of things about the story of Treasure Island.
Did you say you've changed the ending of the story?
That's right.
Do they find the treasure?
Yeah, but that comes later, after they've escaped the volcanic eruption.
A volcano?
Sure. Krakatoa.
All the millions spent on a movie, and nobody thinks to buy an atlas.
Oh dear.
Who's playing Jim Hawkins?
Haiku McEwen. Oh, don't tell me you've never heard of him.
I don't go to the movies too often.
Jeez. Haiku is only the hottest teen star in Hollywood. That's why we're on such a tight schedule. Gotta film the close-ups before he hits puberty.
We can keep talking about this.
You don't look happy.
Why should I be happy? Look at that cave. It's supposed to be where the treasure is.
So?
Look at it! It's crap! Does that look like the sort of place anybody would hide treasure? I should have had props build me a proper damn cave. A cinematic cave.
What do you mean, a cinematic cave?
One with drama. Danger. One that looks like the mouth of a big stone skull would be cool, but I'd settle for drama and danger.
You do realise that if such a place existed and it had treasure, everybody would have gone there and found all of the treasure, right? The very point of the treasure cave is that it has to be inconspicuous. You have to not think that there is treasure there. Otherwise there would be no treasure, because everybody would have gone there, pillaged absolutely everything, and there would be absolutely nothing left. But never mind. You're the director, and so you want a dramatic, cinematic cave. I don't think you're going to get what you want, though.
Who's the leading lady?
Don't you recognize her? That's Sharon Kowalski.
Oh, right. I'd never heard of her.
There are 3 more things that we can talk about, starting with Bert.
I was talking to Mr. Savage, the stuntman. Is he all right?
What makes you say that?
He's not making any sense.
The guy's English.
We can also talk about the cameraman.
I've been talking to the cameraman. He's got a portable camera.
So?
So you can use the cave in that rock pillar at the end of the beach. That's a dramatic cave if ever I saw one.
We ain't got a stabilized harness for it. The camera'll wobble.
Did D.W. Griffiths have a stabilized harness when he made Birth of a Nation?
You're right, damn it. Hitchcock, Wells, none of them needed one. For crying out loud, Sam Raimi stabilized his camera on a plank. Props, get me a plank. We're gonna wing it. Hot dog. We're gonna do a cinema verite pirate movie.
Nothing on this earth will get me to climb up there.
That's a career-limiting remark, Savage.
My career's over, mate. My back's buggered.
Interesting that you teleported from here to there so dramatically. You have the same magical powers that Emily does. Maybe we can climb it?
I've been thinking it over. I'll be your stuntman.
You?
Yeah, sure. If it means I get to dress up as a pirate.
I appreciate the offer, but if you fall, you'll sue us.
No, I won't.
Everybody hear that?
I heard it.
Good enough, we're covered. Got any experience?
Death-defying leaps, desperate fistfights, getting caught in explosions, you name it.
Okay, people, move out. We're shooting the scene at the end of the beach. George, get to wardrobe. We're gonna make you a star.
On my way. Ready when you are, Mr. Hawks. It was the stone which Ketchum captured from the Spanish. The Eagle Stone.
I returned to Quaramonte and found that Georges had left a message with Conchita. He'd already left for the Indian village, so I hurried to catch up with him. When I arrived, I found a scene of desolation. These sunglasses are Georges. Georges, where are you? Titi Poco, I'm almost glad to see you. You little asshole. What happened here? Are you responsible for this? And where's Georges? Have you seen him? He was pointing to the remains of a burned-out hut.
Things have gone horribly wrong. Very wrong indeed. But hey, George got to be in a film, and not many people get to do that. And so, when we come back, folks, we're going to find out just what happened here, and if we can salvage the situation when it comes to saving the world. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.